Hey guys, happy late Easter. Hope you all had a good Sunday this past week. And thank you guys so much for making PAX East a really fun time. To those who were able to come to the meetup, it was really great to meet everybody, and it was really great to also see some familiar faces from last year. Really had a fun time. You know, something that I realized that I really need to work on, and something that I actually want to challenge you guys with, is to just be more present. You know, be more in the moment. You know, there were so many times where I found myself worrying about the future. You know, are we going to be able to do this? Oh, you know, what are we doing after that? And so I was just being, so consumed in, what we're going to be doing later, that I wasn't really concerned about what was going on currently. And there was actually a point, I think the first night, where we were all having fun and things, and I was just so worried about just things for no reason. There was nothing really dire that needed to be done or accomplished, but I was just like, I just stopped, and then I realized, I looked around at all my friends, who were all hanging out, having a fun time, talking, and I was like, man, I should really just be here and not, because, when you're worried about, something in the future, you're never really experiencing what, you're always just going to be worried about the future. And so, the thing too is that, most of the time, if you're not thinking about the future, or, worried or stressed out about something coming up, is that you're usually also either worrying about the past. It's either regret, which is, like, oh man, I wish I had done that instead of that, or I can't believe that happened, or it's, reminiscing, where you're like, oh man, those were the good old days. You really shouldn't compare times in the past to times now. You should really just be here now. Think about it. You guys are currently, I don't know, maybe you're at your computer, maybe you're watching it on your cell phone, maybe your TV, probably not, I don't know. You're watching this video, and you're probably thinking about, what am I going to do later? What am I going to do next? Tomorrow at work, I got to do this thing, there's this deadline, or tomorrow at school, I got to turn in the paper, or, I got to do this, or I got to do that, oh, I got that test, or, things like that. And you should really just be more in the moment. Yes, you should also, study for that test, and you should also, be prepared, or, you should, do your things, but you should also not freak out so much. You should be more here, present, in the moment, and stuff. So let me know in the comments below, if you guys struggle, with this kind of thing. Have you ever felt like you missed out, even though you were technically there, you totally missed out on an experience just because you were too focused on something else? Or, it would be really interesting to hear that kind of thing. Yeah, and I guess I will see you all next week. Work is going to be actually pretty busy for the next 2 weeks. There are like 3 or 4 projects that need to be done. We're really cramming for the next 2 weeks, so not sure what next week's vlog is going to be, but we'll figure something out. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!